Hello, good evening, my dear friends. Today I am going to teach you the arterial supply of heart. Basically, heart is supplied by the right and left coronary arteries. They are the branches. First, right, they are supplied by right coronary artery and the left coronary artery. These are the branches of ascending aorta. Right coronary artery and left coronary artery are the branches of ascending aorta. Right coronary artery is originated from the anterior aortic sinus and the left coronary artery is originated from left posterior aortic sinus. See, there are three sinuses. This is the anterior aortic sinus, this is the right posterior aortic sinus, and this is the left posterior aortic sinus. So anterior aortic artery, so right coronary artery is originated from anterior aortic sinus, and the left coronary artery is originated from the left posterior aortic sinus. Okay, so now let's draw the heart diagram and understand the coronary arteries regulation. See, this is the right atrium. This is the right ventricle. This is the left ventricle, and this is left auricle. Okay, remember this is left auricle. I am not writing because there were the marking of arteries. First, let's draw the arteries. I already told you right coronary arteries originate from the anterior aortic sinus. So it is originated from here. It runs in the anterior atrioventricular groove. See, in the right atrium there are two nodes present. First is the SA node and one is the AV node. So first, their right coronary artery originates from anterior aortic sinus. It runs in the anterior atrioventricular groove. The first branch of right coronary artery is SA nodal artery. Second branch is the right conus artery. Then it runs downward and goes posterior. Before going posterior, it gives a branch right marginal artery, and after going posterior it divides into the two. One is the terminal branch and one is the posterior descending branch. Which lies in the 90% part of the posterior interventricular groove. These two make the I am drawing this, these are for the anastomosis. And there is one more branch from the posterior descending artery, this one, the AV nodal branch. Okay, so first let's mark them so that we can easily understand the left coronary. This is the right coronary artery. This is AC nodal artery. This is right conus artery. This is AV nodal artery. Wait a minute, let me extend it a little bit. what are the this is the right marginal artery. This is the posterior descending artery, also known as posterior interventricular artery. And this is the terminal branch of right coronary artery. Terminal branch of right coronary artery. This was the AV nodal artery. So let's revise the course of the right coronary artery. First, right coronary artery arises from the anterior aortic sinus. It runs in the right anterior atrioventricular groove. It gives its first branch as nodal artery. Then it runs downward and gives one more branch, right conus artery. Then it runs downward and before going posterior, it gives a right marginal artery. Then on the posterior side, it divides into the two. One is the terminal branch of right coronary artery, and one is the posterior descending artery or posterior interventricular artery, which runs in the posterior interventricular groove and cover its 2/3 part. And from the posterior descending artery, there is one more branch, which is AV nodal artery. So this was the course of right coronary artery. Now let's understand the course of left coronary artery. I am marking it by blue. So left coronary artery arises from the left posterior aortic sinus. So when we are marking about on the posterior aspect, we should mark it by dot dot. So in the left auricle, first after the left coronary artery reaches the left auricle, it gives a branch known as the left circumflex artery. Wait a minute. Okay. This is the left circumflex artery, branch of left coronary artery. So and there is one more branch which divides in the left auricle is left conus artery. Let me make it first. And these are some diagonal arteries. From the left circumflex artery, there is one more branch which is left marginal artery. And this LCA continues anterior side and it goes to the posterior aspect. And on the posterior interventricular groove, it runs as the left anterior descending artery or the posterior interventricular artery. Left posterior interventricular artery. So first let's mark it, then I will revise it again. This is the left coronary artery. The left coronary artery first gives a conus branch. Diagram is a little bit messy, but you can understand it one by one. Left coronary artery, left conus artery. This is the left circumflex artery, and from the left circumflex artery there is a branch known as left marginal artery. Left circumflex artery, left marginal artery. Then from the left coronary artery there are some diagonal branches. And the left coronary artery goes onto the posterior side on the interventricular groove and anastomosis with the posterior descending artery. Which one? This is the left anterior descending artery. which is known as LADA, left anterior descending artery. There are two anastomoses. What are the two anastomoses? First anastomosis is between terminal branch of right coronary artery and the left circumflex artery. Left circumflex artery. And the other anastomosis is between posterior descending artery and the left anterior descending artery. This anastomosis is occurring in the posterior interventricular groove. Okay, thank you.